Alright guys, I want to show you a couple new mods we got. I want to thank sweetwater.com for sending me these mods and a bag of candy. Really appreciate it. So most of you guys know that I used to use Hero 5s. Now I use nothing but the Hero 8s. We got a few camera mods that just came in. It's taken me a couple months to get them because I guess GoPro was out of them. But a big thank you to Sweetwater.com. Sells guitars, sound equipment, camera equipment, stuff like that. Thanks for the bag of candy, and thank you for sending me the display mod for the Hero 8. And then we got another media mod. Those of you guys that wonder what a media mod is, it's this right here. This is my other one, which I've custom put some dead cat over the mics. It's got a mic in the back and mic in the front, and it wraps around the actual GoPro and then snaps in. And then you got where you plug your mic in right there. You can plug your mic in, you can plug an HDMI cable in there. And guys, this is what I use to stream with now. So that's called a media mod. And they're like 80 bucks and they just wrap around the Hero 8. So you don't have to use that bulky adapter for the mic anymore. You just plug it right into this. It has pretty good sound if you put some dead cat on it to try to block out the wind. So we got another one of those to go with my new Hero 8. I needed a backup camera, and I'm going to actually start trying to attempt to vlog with this instead of bringing out my M50. I just got way too many different cameras and stuff like that I have to use to shoot my footage. So if I can get my vlog style footage with the Hero 8, now we won't need the M50. So, all right, let's hook it up and I'll show you the difference between this is the Canon M50 right here. And we'll hook this up and put the display mod on it and check it out. All right, guys, this is what it looks like once you get the media mod installed and the new display mod for the Hero 8. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you the difference outside between my Canon M50 and the Hero 8 with the media mod and the display on. We'll see if we can see a difference. But it's pretty cool, it just snaps on and then that plugs in like that. This is the Canon M50, which is no external mic or anything. Testing 1, 2, 3. You can see the trees behind me, palm trees and everything. There you go. That is the Hero 8 display mod. And you can see it's focused on me with the camera. One good thing about this, guys, is it's a hell of a lot lighter, really light. So as you can see right there, you can see the screen. Hopefully you guys can see the screen. It's looking at me perfect. All right, same exact spot with the Hero 8 with the media mod and the display mod. You guys can see the difference in the cameras right here. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. This is the media mod audio. Test 1, 2, 3. The GoPro's not really that bad in low light. I mean, it's a little bad, but anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna like this setup a whole lot better than using my Canon M50 because it's just heavy. But check it out, guys. Remember that freaking Richard Petty signed race car hood Cinnabon? I think that thing's worth some money. So maybe getting some money out of that. Still, how many of you guys have race car hoods in your living room? How many of you guys, your wives will let you have a race car hood in your living room? As you can see, I have no couch and chair yet, but I have a race car hood, a Camaro car cover I'm trying to sell, real expensive Camaro, GM car cover, black and red with Camaro on it. So, again, media mod and the display mod. Look at what I'm sitting on, guys. Look at this. I finally got some damn furniture. It's not much, but check it out. Look behind me, man. You can see the end tables, the lamps, the sectional. I don't really care for that square coffee table, whatever it is. But it'll do for now until I get the money to buy another one. But check it out. Got a nice lamp, a little end table. I think it's these end tables are a little too big for this couch, but I only plan on keeping this sectional until I can afford one. And then this one here, it opens up in the inside. Well, there you go. See that? That's pretty cool, huh? There we go. Now I don't have no racing hood in the living room and car covers and all that. Actually getting some furniture. Then got a TV up there that my sister will be happy. She can hook that up. She can sit right over there and watch TV. What's up, guys? That was a damn long intro. Hey, guess who's back tonight? Mouseball. He's coming in, gonna join me tonight. We're gonna talk about all kinds of different things. No, Jeff, I didn't sell the hood yet, but I'm going to take pictures and try to sell it. It's been sitting in the living room until I got that furniture. Now it's in my sister's room when she comes down here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to, for those of you guys that don't know who Mouseball is, I'm going to go ahead and show you who he is. Yeah, I'm in unknown, I'm in Corpus. I'm going to go ahead and bring Mouseball in after his intro. All right, guys. Please welcome Mouseball.
How's it going, guys? It's Mouseball, and this is the Attack Mouse Nation. And I'm glad to be back with Texas Beach Bum once again. It's been a long, long time.
You kind of small up there, Mouseball. Somebody didn't fix you there. I'm going to have to fix you. So, let me get an audio check on my end, guys. Somebody give me an audio check. Let me know what the audio sounds like. While I fix Mouseball up here, he's kind of way too small. There we go, Mouseball. I got you now. A little echo. Texas has echo. All right. Let me see here. Give me 1 second here. See if I can. Echo gone? Is the echo gone? Guys in the chat, let me know if that echo has disappeared. Still hear an echo in the chat? Give me 1 second. All good now? Oh, I hear people saying yes. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, some people are saying no echo. All right, Mouseball, go ahead and do your check. Make sure your audio is good. Low audio on Mouseball. I don't know how to turn you up. All right. No sound for Mouseball? All right. Everybody's saying there's no sound on you. Give me 1 second to try to figure out what is going on. All right. Go ahead and do it again, Mouseball.
Audio check 1 2. Audio check 1 2.
You guys hear Mouseball?
Echo back. Jimmy James says good.
All right.
Yes, but had echo. Unknown haha, which is a pretty good handle.
All right. So I don't know where the echo is coming from. This is one of the reasons why I don't stream that much, because every time, guys, every time that I try to go live, something happens. Earlier, the stream key was duplicate, so it wouldn't go live. So it's every time I don't touch anything at all. All I gotta do is launch it, and I have issue. All right, so
Frankie says keep the echo. Unknown haha says keep the echo. Slight echo, but it's not a problem. Stephen Reynolds says.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is you guys let me know when you don't hear any echo. I'm gonna let Mouseball let you guys know what he's been doing on his channel and stuff like that. So he's gonna be talking a little bit. So if you don't hear any echo from me, just let me know, because I'll be working on it. All right, Mouseball, you can have the stage.
All right,
there.
Jeff Arnold says that's perfect. And Unknown haha says audio better. Well, guys, I'm really happy to be back. That's first off. I really miss streaming with Billy over here. And I really miss everybody. Stephen Reynolds, Chris Lambert, Frankie, Michelle Hackett, obviously. Everyone's going to miss her. She's amazing. And obviously we have some new people in the stream. Unknown haha, Jeff Arnold. Is the first time I've actually seen Jeff Arnold in a while. I mean, he actually might have been in the previous streams, but I might have not noticed him in chat. So I apologize for that, Jeff. But what has the Attack Mouse Nation been up to? Well, we've been slammed with work ever since the election. And the thing is that the election is actually a very important thing to Mama Mouse and I, because it's really going to determine what our future is going to be as far as where we're going to be in the next couple of years. And Mama Mouse doesn't even want to be in the country if Joe Biden becomes president. She's made that clear. Her father's made that clear. They've moved all their accounts overseas into neutral Swiss bank accounts and are no longer have their money here. And basically, they don't want any of their money being stolen by Joe and Kamala Harris. So, you know, all of their business assets and everything are getting moved and transferred over elsewhere. And she might be moving back to Brazil if the election is not overturned. So that's first and foremost. As for me, within the year, I'll probably be down in Brazil with her, because I don't want to stay here either with Joe Biden being president. Politics aside, behind me is the actual hood for Mouseball. This is a brand new hood. It's modified, and it actually has the scorpion logo cut out in it. This is Mama Mouse's idea, and we specifically did this for the dragon. And hopefully this year we're going to be going back to the dragon in 2021, probably in May. And this design is actually used to alleviate the heat. Now, I actually have some videos coming up on the modification and the actual preparation of this hood, plus not to mention that what it's going to look like when it's finished. So it's going to be a pretty interesting set of videos. Plus, not to mention that, as you guys have seen, the Back to Blue series, I went to Orlando to hang out with our first responders and police officers. That was a mega Trump rally of epic proportions when it came down to Trump signs and to Trump paraphernalia. Plus, not to mention that, we went to Kennedy Space Center. We did some stuff in Kennedy, and we got a couple of videos that are still ongoing with that. And I've also got a BRZ that I did a detail on. I've got the thermal expansion videos I'm doing with the hood, and a couple of other great videos like Atlas Shrugged. I have a 2019 Volkswagen Atlas that I actually detailed and that I explained to you some of the things that are going on with that particular vehicle and why it's probably Volkswagen's most masculine effort, considering that they make a lot of flower power cars.
Did did I see my sister in there? Or she in
Yeah, no,
here?
she's in there.
Is she really? Oh, I didn't I didn't see her in here. So so like I said, guys, every time I try to stream, something goes wrong. I don't know what it is. It's a lot of work to
Mouseball
put these streams.
2024.
Huh?
Hey, Jimmy James, how you doing? Sorry about that, Billy, to cut you off there. Very rude of me. Excuse
Oh
me.
no, you're fine. Um, yeah, if you see a comment that I don't see, just let me know. Okay, I'll see my sister in here. Look at that, man. She's got a +2 by her name.
Yeah, no, she's getting
See
them
that?
badges, man. She's been racking those up.
For
That's
for
really
the
great.
yeah,
Oh,
for
family
those
always
of you
supporting family.
that don't know what those badges are, you could see one on Stephen Reynolds +2, Jeff Arnold +1. For every month that you are subscribed, joined to the channel, you get these badges. You get them 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. They're like little awards you get for being, how do you say it? For being, for helping support the channel. Um, Most of you guys, well, some of you guys are on $1.99 a month, and others are on $4.99. But that's what those badges are. There's over, I don't know, 70, 80 private videos that you guys can go and watch anytime you want for members. So just to let you know. But that's what those badges are all for right there. And they will change color for each month you're a member. It'll put it on here. All right, so you guys, a lot of you guys, if you didn't get in here soon enough, you didn't see my new furniture I got. So I went and picked up the sectional, which was given to me free today, which was nice. And I now have a place to sit. Well, my sister will be sitting in there most of the time, more than me. But I need to go to the private videos. Yeah, I've moved a lot of the older videos, the more questionable videos. You know, with me getting upset at somebody driving in front of me and stuff like that. Um, I moved those to private because with my job I have right now, you know how it goes, guys. You can, in today's world, you can no longer speak your mind without risking losing your job or whatever. All you guys know that. So we have a new uh, Frankie072 Beach Bum member. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. Cool. And what that does, guys, is that helps support the channel. You guys know, you've seen in my videos, I spend a lot of money on camera equipment. Even when I'm broke, I spend money on camera equipment. A lot of different things to make my videos better and better and better. So I really appreciate you becoming a member, and every one of you guys that are members. I appreciate it. All right, Mouseball, what are we going to do tonight?
Well, first off, I want to give Frankie072 a huge round of applause. He's actually been doing very well with his health. He actually looked into some of the channels that I've been watching to completely change and transform my health. He's been watching Beat Diabetes with Dennis Pollock. He's been checking into some of the channels, and he's actually been reporting lately on how he's been doing, and he's been doing really great. Obviously, with my channel, I don't really get a lot of time to check into my comments, but I do look at them and I do heart them. And I really appreciate everybody. Billy, Frankie072, Stephen Reynolds, especially. Stephen Reynolds has been a long-standing commenter on my videos. He's been on most of them. Camaro Mod's channel, Carnation Videos, has been supporting me like daily on a lot of my videos. And trust me, a lot of my videos aren't that great, but you know, I'm putting up the content the best I can. I mean, I also want to thank Billy for, you know, giving me the tips about the watch time and everything. And, you know, obviously me and Mama Mouse are just way too wrapped up in modifying the cars for the Dragon and getting the Corvette back up and running. I actually have the DeWitt's radiator sitting there over on the other side. And I have a new starter for the Corvette. I just primed the bumper today. I'm doing a motor scooter that I just got done painting and doing some airbrush work on, and I've got to get the final color coat, which is going to be orange and gold. You know, a lot of Donald Trump up in there. And yeah, basically, I'm very proud to say that the state of Florida did not bend the knee to the communists. You know, I'm very proud of all of you know, my Cuban friends, Puerto Rican friends, you know, African American friends, everybody who was in Florida that voted for Donald Trump and, you know, basically gave Joe Biden the middle finger. You know, thank you all. You know, I really appreciate the support. And obviously Texas, where Stephen Reynolds and Billy are, did not bend the knee as well. So both of our, you know, states, you know, held good for Donald Trump, and hopefully this election will be overturned and I can keep my girlfriend here in the United States where she belongs.
Give me 1 second. There we go. If you do decide to go to Brazil, take me with you. I heard about the Brazilian women. I heard about it, so I
Yeah, well,
definitely would go.
I mean, I can attest to my girlfriend and the way she looks. She's, you know, way more than I could ever handle. And, you know, if you were to see me and her together, you'd be like, how the hell did this guy get somebody like that? But when it comes down to women that don't come from America, they're, you know, more on the virtue, you know, kind of thing. They want a good man. They don't want just any, you know, jackbag off the street like most American women. And, you know, that's kind of the good thing. You know, if you get them before they get Americanized, then, you know, basically you're in good shape.
I want to know how you got all that money to move to Swiss bank accounts. You live in Florida, right?
Well, I didn't. Actually, Mama Mouse and her dad, you know, and the thing is, Mama Mouse actually, she funds a lot of the projects that I do, like the hood right here,
Mhm.
which, you know, I cut out and basically I could have screwed up. And she's like, don't worry, just go at it. You know, if you screw it up, we'll buy another one. You know, that kind of mentality where it's like, don't worry about it, I got you. And we also did the wheels for my good friend Turbo Tom, who's going to drop his YouTube channel soon. I just got um, done doing the wheels, painting those. And if you guys want to see what that Fiat 500 looks like, just simply go to my Instagram at Mouseball160T to check that out. Those wheels look awesome, very vintage. Definitely something up, you know, Billy's alley. Even though he might not be a, you know, full-on Fiat 500 fan, he will appreciate the old school look of it. So, I mean, I think that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Um, so Jeff Arnold said he would like some help with diabetes as well. Um, and then Frankie says 9 weeks time, just change how I eat, cut the carbs. I feel 100% better, down 17 pounds so far. I'm trying to put as much weight on as I can. I'm eating everything except for today. I didn't actually. The only thing I've eaten today is some cheese and a little bit of um, lunch meat without the bread because I've been so busy. So after this stream, I'm gonna go in there and eat.
Well, what's called, just to let you know, Frankie dropped from 270 to 260 pounds, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, huge round of applause for him. And that's just basically changing his diet. That's incredible. I mean, when you consider how hard it is, like me, I was 236 pounds. And at my height and my particular, build, that was really bad for my health. And, I'm just happy that I was able to lose that weight. And it took 5 months to get rid of 85 pounds, but, I made it happen. But just to kind of give everybody a look at what Brazilian girls look like, this is actually a picture of Mama Mouse in my photos. Try to get rid of the glare. But that's 100% Brazil from the country. She's from Lages. And she's an absolute stunner. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, she's got a girl next door kind of face. She's, there goes my nephew calling me. I'm not going to answer. I'm going to tell him I'm on stream.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I get these phone calls.
I just had to play that music. You got a very pretty girlfriend, right?
Wait, excuse me?
I said you got a very pretty girlfriend. You're not married yet, right?
No, we're not married yet.
Okay.
We're waiting for a couple of things to happen. Like we want to buy this home right here. Mm-hmm. And then obviously she wants to buy another home with her father, which they're working on right now. And plus we want to be able to finish Mouseball, get the Corvette up and running, and establish our first business, and establish it off of, the fact that I'm working with my own father in our own family business. So, we want to try to figure out whether we're going to do a continuation of what my dad has been doing before he retires, or if we're going to just branch out and do something on our own. And
well, my sister's asking you if that's a Tesla hat you have on.
No, it's actually my undercover Trump hat. See, I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but in order to wear a MAGA hat here in some of the most, despotic areas where you can actually get punched and physically assaulted, well, I had a friend buy me this Tesla hat as a gift because he actually worked for Tesla remarketing. He still does. And he happens to drive a yellow Corvette Z06, which actually there will be videos on as well. I go for a ride and review his Corvette Z06. Plus, I got a Challenger, purple Challenger outside right now, right next to Mouseball, with a Hemi in it, and I'll be reviewing that. And I'm going to call that the Hand of Thanos, the Hillary Clinton Thanos T-shirt representing today. And I mean, yeah, pretty much that's what I'm up to. I'm basically, I'm still moving, still shaking, but kind of worried about where things are landing. Because I'm sorry to say it, but we can't live in this country with the way it's going. I mean, they're going to lock us down for 6 months or 6 weeks or whatever particular, it could be anything with these people, and then they have a 100-day mask mandate, and I'm totally and completely against the mask. To me, it seems like it's like dog training, like, wear the mask, bigot, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they are sneaky. That's right. But, so there's your explanation on the Tesla hat. So, guys, you're probably wondering how my new job is going. So far, I love it. I have to learn their ways of doing things because it's totally different than what I was taught in Georgia. And the pre-trip is a little bit different, the way they teach it, than what we teach in Georgia. I've got 47 hours of videos and tests I got to finish. I'm only at 16%. Because I'm like, when I get home, by the time I cook dinner and everything I do, I only got about an hour. I get up at 4:30 in the morning to be to work at 7. And I only live 8 miles from where I work. But I want to make damn sure I'm on time. I don't want to be late the first week. I don't want to be late for the first 6 months. But it all, it went real well. The first week was pretty good. Um, Now we're going on the second week come Monday. So I got to work with the students in a simulator, trucking simulator, on Friday. And it was just like brought back my training that I used to do in a truck. I use the same technique on the simulator, and I really enjoyed it. So it's going great. I've just got to learn that pre-trip, and Frankie, you know how that goes, man. I'm a truck driver, not a mechanic, but I know what to check. I just don't know how to say it the way they want me to say it to the students. There's a certain curriculum that we got to follow. So if that makes any sense, but it's the job is going real well. I love it so far. Uh, they're only working me part time, so you know, like next week I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. My goal is to go full time on YouTube. You guys know that, but I just don't make enough money on YouTube to do that. But I still want to stay part time at the school, even if I'm doing YouTube full time. So that's an update on my job. I'm gonna tell you, standing out on that cement for 10 hours a day, it was killing me in the tennis shoes that I was wearing. I had to go out and get a really good pair of tennis shoes, and still my legs are hurt. But other than that, I'll get used to it. And I appreciate you guys, all you guys in the chat, sticking with me and helping me out. Like I said in my previous videos, the donations you guys have given, I appreciate that. All right, so Mouseball, we're gonna go to 9 o'clock tonight. I have one little short video to play them. So what we'll probably do is wait till about 8:30 to do that little minute half video. But what do you guys in the chat? Any of you guys want to know anything about Mouseball or me, or you got some questions or anything like that? I really think this channel is going to take off once it starts getting warm again. Because I'll have a little bit more money, be able to, my goal is to get a boat down here, because if I get a boat, I'm going to catch more fish, make more interesting videos. So that's my goal. Couple mods on the Jeep. I've got to replace all the lighting, headlights, fog lights, tail lights, side marker lights. Couple more interior mods I want to get. I got to get a winch.
Jeff Arnold.
I've got to get a lot of different things.
I need to get up to speed on Mr. Mouseballs.
Yeah.
Actually, to kind of like update everybody on what's been going on, it's mostly been, you know, what happened with me and Mama Mouse was Mama Mouse actually came down for the election on election night. And I'm sorry everything is so political with us, but, you know, it really is a big deal. And the thing is, we actually stayed up and we were on the Salty Cracker. We were on the Salty Cracker stream. And we were watching till 4 o'clock at night. Now, about, say, 10:30, 11 p.m. at night, all of a sudden, when Trump had a substantial lead, out of nowhere, boom, he's losing. And this happened, I say, around anywhere between 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. The lead just completely changed. And if you guys actually take a look and watch CNN and MSNBC and all the people that were actually, you know, having the real-time counter, you can actually see the votes dropping on Trump as they were gaining for Biden. So it was horrifying to see this happen in real time. And you could tell that the steal was happening right in front of your eyes. And the thing is that it's just been, you know, all these people telling us to cope, you know, take your copium, you know, and what's hilarious is that me and Mama Mouse have been mocking these people extensively, just mocking them, mocking them with memes, and nailing them to the cross with memes, and then we get banned. And I've been banned off of Facebook for 7 days. Mama Mouse got banned for another month again. This is her like 15th time. I think she's on her way to being banned completely off the site. I mean, I don't know how many times they're going to let her get away with it, but basically we were just doing what, salty soldiers do, and that's mocking these idiots. And basically, even though they supposedly won, they couldn't take the mocking. So I think deep down, a lot of these people know that 80 million people didn't vote for this potato whatsoever. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the guy didn't do any campaigning. The guy was putting a lid on his campaigns, and he, at the 11th hour, pulled out Bathhouse Berry, and started doing campaigning at the end of the pretty much the end of the campaign, where it was going to be election day. So there wasn't enough of him being out there to make the steal look convincing. And the fact that they stopped it, my girlfriend said, "Oh, this happened in Venezuela. This happened in Brazil. This happens in Cuba. This happens in all the places where communism just runs rampant." And I really hate to bring that up, Billy. But that's generally what's really been going on. With us for the past couple of months, is that we can't get away from it. It's really, putting a strain on what we're gonna do, because if this dude gets in, 62% tax, a tax rate is not going to be for the rich. It's going to be for us, the middle class. So it's going to make, literally everything harder on us. Plus, not to mention that he might actually bring back the Obama mandate, which taxes us all for not even having health care.
So,
So it's ridiculous. And, financially, we need to be prepared.
so
So
any
we're
you
trying to get as much as we can get done. In the meanwhile, while Trump is still our president, and he's making a huge effort to keep it going. Obviously, we're not part of the Doomer and Gloomer squad. We are definitely with the Salty Army. We're definitely backing up, the Salty Cracker and Mrs. Salty, and they have been huge cheerleaders for Trump, and they honestly believe that the man has a plan. So we're praying. We're holding the line, as they say.
all right, Mrs. Hackett, I'll see you Christmas Eve. Hey, we still got a ways to Christmas. I'll see you before then. Don't You don't need to be coming down when it's cold, wanting to go fishing, because I ain't going fishing until it warms up a little bit. Um, all right, Jimmy, James, take it easy. Make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. If you haven't
Take it
hit the
easy,
like
Jimmy
button,
James.
go ahead and hit it, because there's only 5 likes, and there was 12, 13 people in here. So make sure you hit that like button. That will put this thing out there for the world. What was I going to say? Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I was so upset about all that. I don't even watch the news. But anybody know who does this? Damn good show. That was a damn good show. Anybody know who that is in the
Good
chat?
night, Michelle Hackett.
A damn good show.
Jeff Arnold, I'm going to on a good fishing trip the week of the 15th. That's great to hear, Jeff Arnold.
Yeah.
Hope you catch some, pretty sizable fish, so that way you can contrast and compare to what Texas beach bum's catching out there. Because he says, fishing game hasn't been that great as of late. Tides have been really crappy.
Yeah. Really, 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 really bad. But you know what? 2
Oh, he
days.
says no
No,
guy.
3 days.
Excuse me.
3 days, Mouseball. It's been pretty smooth surf, and I haven't been able to go fishing. All right, now we'll go ahead and do this video real quick. All right. So, guys, here is what the beach and the surf looks like on December, what is it? December the 5th? This was earlier today. So take a look at this. Look how low the tide is. Man, I'm starting to not like this mic. The button gets stuck on mute. You guys said there's no sound on the video?
Yeah, no, quite a few people in the chat have definitely said that there was no sound in there.
Okay.
You know, now on, then off. That's what Jeff Arnold says.
Really? Give me a
Yeah.
second and I'll fix that real quick.
I guess
In the
always
50s, little light rain here and there. Figures never rains.
All right, somebody, is there sound on the video?
Looks pretty damn good, guys. They're out
on
here
now.
moving all the
All right.
sand. There's hardly nobody
We are
on
gonna
the
start
beach.
it again. All right, here we go. So everybody heard the sound? All right. Okay, so here we go. This is today. Went out earlier when I was going to get the sectional. I went ahead and went by the beach. Check it out.
Figure I'd take you guys out on the beach on a cold December day. I'd say it's probably in the 50s, little light rain here and there. Figures never rains down here until you got to go pick up a sectional. Looks pretty damn good, guys. They're out here moving all the sand. There's hardly nobody on the beach. Wow, the tide is freaking down low, man. Look at this. I've never seen this like this before. This is part of the beach I have never seen before. Wow. Freaking looks good. Let me show you what the surf looks like on a freaking December day. See the wonderful Jeep back behind me? I hear something really loud up there. Look how low the tide is. Look at that. You can see, I haven't seen this much beach since I moved down here in July. Look at that, man. Perfect fishing time here. Look how smooth that surf is. What's up, Mr. Seagull? Wow. See the entire freaking beach now. I've never seen the tide this low. Kind of chilly out here though. Well, if I didn't have so much studying to do, guys, I'd come out here and go fishing. But I got to go up here and pick up a sectional, and then I got to go pick up some tables and some lamps. So, hope you guys enjoy this live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. All right. So, let me go back on the comments here. I know I've seen. How did you, Chris Lambert wants to know, how did you haul a sectional? Well, you know, it's in 3 pieces, right? So my plan was to put 1 piece at a time in a Jeep and go all the way from Port Aransas to here if I had to. But they had somebody with a pickup truck there that I helped load it, which I almost got hurt. There was this one big, it's like a big bookcase, enclosed bookcase that they gave me as well. And I'm 56 years old. This guy was like in his 20s, and he took one side, I took one side, and I just lost it on one hand, ended up landing on my knee, and he's like, Sir, are you all right? I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just not young like you. But anyways, they hauled it over here. But the end tables, if you watched the beginning of this stream, you would have seen those end tables. I fit both of those in my Jeep, one in the back, one in the front seat, 2 lamps in the back, and what else? 3 pillows, and a little basket thing goes for my table. So I could barely shift the Jeep with that freaking end table up there. I couldn't get into 5th and 6th gear. I could only get 1, 2, 3, 4. That was it. That's, you know,
That's doing it there, man. But I would have done whatever I had to. If I only could have taken one section at a time, I would have done it because I need something in there. I mean, it was just you guys seen it before. Nothing in there but car parts.
Well, guys, I got an update on what my nephew was trying to call me about so urgently. And believe it or not, my nephew won his first trophy for his Ford Fiesta ST that we've been working on for the last couple of months. Um, he's been having problems with the camber and everything else like that, trying to get the car to ride correctly and not rip up the bodywork. And I had to literally repaint his car and get his wide body kit repainted and redo his bumper. You guys can see all of that on the Perfect Storm videos on my channel. But he actually did win a trophy, and that's generally what the Attack Mouse Nation is all about, is building cars that win. And we're on that Trump energy. We want to win and we want to do good, and that's what my girlfriend, that's what I'm about, that's what my whole family's about. And we want to take everybody with us if possible, at least those who want to move forward like that. Those who don't, feel free not to. but generally, congratulations to him.
You wanna?
I'm very proud of him.
I remember
sure.
when I won my first trophy, and I remember when I won my last trophy, hanging up there on the wall. It says 2020 MCA Muscle Car Nationals Event Winner. That was the last one. If you guys have not seen that video, it's one of the last videos with the 1LE where I won my last award. But you guys could see all these trophies back here and all the wall plaques.
Yippee!
That is all won by the 1LE. All of them. There must be, I don't know, 20 or 30 different trophies back there that the 1LE
Well, guys,
won.
let me remind you that the reason why Billy won so many trophies with the 1LE was, Billy didn't have a whole lot of exterior mods. He didn't have a whole lot of engine mods. The car was basically very much, close to stock, with the exception of the Rotofab intake and a couple of other minor bits. But what really made Billy's car stand out was the fact that he used Adams polishes, his technique, and his work ethic. I mean, as you've seen in the previous videos of the Z Outlaw SS series, Billy really put the, nose to the grindstone when it came down to polishing and getting that car pretty much perfect. And Billy, if you'll reiterate and tell everybody that people would literally give you compliments on how deep the shine was on that car. I mean, it was like literally like you were shaving in a mirror on a red car, not a black car. Black cars usually have the best reflections, the deepest reflections, besides that of a candy painted car. But you did this with a red car, which is, absolutely incredible and mind blowing to boot. So,
Yeah, that was a lot of work. A lot of work. Put it this way: to keep that car looking like that, I had a detail bag and a microfiber towel bag at all times in the trunk of that car. That car, I couldn't pull up into a convenience store. By the time I got out of my car, somebody would just come up to me and ask me all kinds of stuff about the car. A lot of people would ask me, what do you use on your car to keep it looking like that? So it attracted a lot of attention because of how clean it was, how much it shined. It was just, I wish, the one good thing about red is you could really get that thing looking really nice. I mean, you can with black too. Black's harder.
well,
Black and
tends
red
to
are
get,
real nice.
dirtier, easier. Dust just collects on it like a magnet. And you got to constantly have either a dust brush around handy or some microfiber towels and some quick detailer. But, generally, like Billy said, just the way he keeps the car up, the hard work he put into it. I mean, it's probably one of the milestones of his channel, besides going to the whole Texas beach bum series and renaming the channel and everything and making all these changes, which have actually been for the better. Plus, not to mention that Billy did Just Jake not get a Jeep. So now Just Jake Reviews has joined the Jeep family, and also Throttleneck has returned. Throttleneck has been gone for a couple of months, and he just recently dropped 2 videos as of late. So a lot of people have fallen off the face of the earth, and have not been making videos. And obviously with you, in your last video, you were talking about possibly not making a couple of videos for a couple of weeks, kind of being absent because of the studying and everything you had to do for your job. And obviously that comes first because, as much as we love the content, you need to put food on the table first and take care of those things until the Texas Beach Bum channel can sustain itself financially. So,
All right.
I mean, it just makes good sense.
We got a comment here from Frankie. It says Billy polished that car like a 15-year-old polishes his knob. I had to read that because that's funny. Yeah. Speaking of Just Jake, he's making fun of my wheels in his video. How his is better. I see, that's how he should know I watch his entire video, right? Because it was like 3/4 of the way. I'm sitting there going like this, and then he's like, that beach bum, Texas, whatever, thinks his wheels are better than mine or something like that. I was like, do what? He says, but I like my wheels better. So it was hilarious.
I'd say there's a little bit of bias there. I mean, I was watching one of Just Jake's videos, and then suddenly it just stopped. And then, 3 hours later, it came back on, and Just Jake said, my wheels are better than Texas Beach Bums. And I'm like, that's fraud.
Yeah.
That's absolute fraud. That makes no sense whatsoever.
I have a feeling with him, he's going to go from reviewing cars to mudding, and he's already doing it. His last video, he was out on the trail and stuff. So he's going to be, hey, what's up, Wicked Fabs? How you doing, man? He's going to be, his videos are going to transform all about that Jeep. You watch and see. It's good that he got a Jeep, though. It really is. I did not expect that.
I think that's great for him as well. And I mean, like I said, when it comes down to YouTube, everybody's really going to be transforming their channel until they find their little niche, until they find content that they're really good at making. Like, again, I'm trying to find that little bit of a place where I can actually make content very comfortably, working on my delivery, working on and the thing is that the reason why my videos probably lack is because I really don't have the time to go into severe detail in all my videos and extend the watch time and everything, with everything just falling down on top of my lap. I mean, the motor scooter I did today, I'm actually going to be painting to look like Iron Man's armor. Wow. Then I've got 2 Fiat 500 dashes I have to do. I have the hood behind me, which I have to actually paint, cut in on the back, put wire mesh on it. I got to water test it to make sure that the Florida weather doesn't drown my engine in an ocean of water, and then I got to make sure it's approved by my girlfriend when she shows up to see it, and that she likes what she sees. And then she also wants an LED light strip put under it, so that way the actual scorpion will glow. Like, literally, I can put my fingers right through it. It's literally cut out. I mean, to the backside. And I mean, it was very hard to do. This was something that I was very scared of doing. The first time I actually started doing it, and you can see this on my Instagram channel, I actually took a power drill and drilled a half a dozen holes and said, is this good enough? And she says, no, I want it cut out. And I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, yes, you're going to do this because you cut a hole in $1,000 hood for your Corvette so you can put a window in it. If you can do that, you can do this to $160 hood.
Yeah.
So can't argue with that logic.
No.
So the thing is that I think it turned out pretty well. It's symmetrical. The design is cut out decently, and as far as I'm concerned, it should vent out plenty of heat and allow for Mouseball to run on the Dragon with more power, less heat soak, and already it's being touted as being one of the most unique designs for an Abarth. No Abarth has it, and that's kind of been what the Attack Mouse Nation is about. We're trying to get a bunch of firsts for this particular car with the hood vent, the shift knob, and a whole bunch of other things we're doing for the car. So, you know, that's what our goal and our aim is to kind of like have things that nobody has on their car, and
Yeah.
the only way to do that is to actually build them yourself.
Yep. Wicked Fabs pounding the hardwoods looking for swamp donkeys. I watched I think it was your last video were you guys out there hunting bear? Is that what I heard? Because you were talking real silent, so you doesn't scare the animals off. And I have my sound down a little low. But I think you were hunting for bear, right? But anyways, Mouseball, on the YouTube videos, when I told you about the making 2-minute videos, 3-minute videos, how your watch time would only be, if you make a 3-minute video, your watch time is probably only going to be, well, if you're doing good, it would be 50% of that, which would be a 3-minute video, which should be a minute and a half. All right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like when I create a 10-minute video, my watch time is about half, 50%, 49, 50%. So sometimes it's better if you just instead of putting a bunch of 2 and 3-minute videos up, let's say you put one up every day, is just put one up a week and just make that one 8 minutes. The minimum is 8 minutes, because then once you get to 1,000 subscribers and your watch hours, I think it's 4,000 watch hours. What happens is if you created an 8-minute video, then your watch time, people will usually watch, they skip through. So they'll watch about 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes of it. So if you're monetized on an 8-minute video, you can run an ad right in the middle. So you can run one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. And that actually will increase your revenue on your videos. That's why you see most people do 8 to 10 minutes. And you'll see, Camaro Time does videos that are 13 to 17 minutes. And he does a lot of 8 to 10 minute videos. But it helps your watch time out, because what's going to happen is you're going to get to 1,000 subscribers, right? And then you're not going to have that 4,000 watch hours. And there's one YouTuber that's doing that. He's in the fishing community right now. He gets tons of views on his videos, 1,000 per video or more, right? He's got plenty of subscribers. He just doesn't have the watch time. So if you just let's say you just put one video up a week and you make that one 8 to 10 minutes, it will do better than putting 5 videos up a week at a couple minutes to 3 minutes. And you'll get more watch time as it goes. Some of my best videos, I'll give you a perfect example. The one I put up where I was just talking in my Jeep, I think I put it up yesterday or the day before. Just talking in my Jeep got more views than some of my videos. I was surprised. I was like, what? But just, but again, I made it. I think that one was a little under 8 minutes because I couldn't make it go 8 minutes. But rarely do I release a video that's under 8 minutes. It's got to be 8 to 10 minutes or 12 minutes or somewhere around there. It just increases your watch time. You'll start, because if you got a real good watch time, then YouTube will take your video, throw it out there for everybody to see. Therefore, you get more views, you get more subscribers, and your channel starts to grow. But when you got a real low watch time, a minute and a half, a minute watch time, or even less, YouTube doesn't take that video and do anything with it. They just leave it right where it's at. So the only people that know about your video are people like me that are subscribed to you, and people that might not be subscribed to you but come to watch. You see what I'm saying? But
No,
if they
exactly. I mean, I totally agree with you on everything you've said. That's for sure. But unfortunately, when I was doing these kinds of videos, these
Hmm.
short 1, 2 minute, 3 minute videos, I mean, one, I didn't have the editing software to jumble them up together and make one good video that's, maybe 10 to 12 minutes long. But you are exactly right. My Camaro Time video, 14 Reasons Why I Subscribe to Camaro Time, that video did well. The November and December update videos have done well. I mean, generally, any video that's over 5 minutes long has done decently well in views. All the arrows are up in green. But one thing I want to ask you though, Billy, is what does subscriber change mean? Now, I mean, obviously, I, went and looked it up, and supposedly this is, subscribers, either, subscribing to you and then not subscribing to you and kind of like in and out. So I'll have like +8, and then like my actual number never really changes, and then all of a sudden I'll have like gain like maybe 2 subscribers a month, which is slow. And like I said, I'm just putting these videos up because I enjoy putting them up. Not really caring too much about the subscriber count or the view count or anything else like that. I just enjoy seeing, the same group of friends that have been on the stream, that have always been following me, and who have been interested in the things I'm doing, commenting, which is always great, like Germs DNA, Mikey Turbo, Carnation Videos, Camaro Mods channel, Camaro Time, you, of course. That's what makes me happy. But I would love to grow, but the thing is, I don't know if I'm getting throttled, because I mean, again, YouTube is always being said that they're throttling certain what's called YouTubers for maybe their
Yeah.
political views, or for previous videos where they mentioned that they support Trump or whatever. And obviously I'm very loud and vocal about that support, and I really give zero f's about what YouTube or even Facebook or any of the big tech oligarchs think about my political views. I support my president, always will. And even if he loses for whatever reason, people are still gonna be talking about him anyway.
Yeah. Well, how do I explain? I'm trying to think of the right way to explain it. It you
Well, don't
it,
worry about being offensive. Just say it cut and
well,
dry, because I
if
totally
you
understand.
if you want your channel to grow for more people to see your videos and it to get out there, as I told you before, the main two things are your title or your video and your thumbnail. Your thumbnail and your title, you should have something in your thumbnail that resembles whatever's in your title. Let's say you put a new hood on your car, right? You should get somebody to take a picture of you actually pointing at the hood like this, and then make your title new hood on my oh god, on my Corvette, or whatever the name of the hood that you put on there. If you bought it, like I'm just saying T11 hood, new T11 hood installed on the Corvette, and then put a couple of dots underneath behind it, and then on your thumbnail, you want you pointing at the hood, right? And maybe just black out the hood where they can't tell what kind of hood it is, or you could black out the whole car and just be pointing at the car. People click on that stuff right there. They do. It's not really clickbait because you're doing exactly putting a hood on your car. So, but it engages with, like, if I'm searching for a video about a new hood on a Corvette, I want to put a new hood on, but I don't know which one. So I search it on YouTube and I see you pointing at your Corvette and it says new hood. I'm gonna click on that video.
No, exactly. Well, I mean, what I think you're basically trying to say in so many words is that the thumbnails I put up really don't have a lot to do with the video content I make. And that's true. And the reason why they don't is because I'm actually enjoying just making the thumbnails.
Yeah.
To be brutally honest with you, I actually like, because me and my girlfriend are obviously meme veterans, we enjoy playing with the, what's called MS Paint. So obviously, it would be better for me to formulate my videos and formulate my thumbnails to, be more about the subject matter if I want more growth.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. But again, it's me just learning the ropes, and I know that I'm stunting my growth, period, just doing the things I'm doing. So again, with your tips and with tips from other creators and stuff like that, I will get better. But again, like working a full-time job, you know, obviously it's a family business. So if you work for your family, you're more likely to be enslaved to what you're doing
Right.
than say if you work for somebody else. Because like even though what's called you know I don't work for another person. I rather be enslaved to my family than enslaved to another person and have extra time.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I could be working for some other corporation or something, and then they could be digging through my Facebook and they could be digging through my social media, and I'll never have a job based on my political views.
Let's
And
see.
that's where that's what it's come down to.
Like when you know, I didn't know until tonight what you want with YouTube. If you actually want to make a income from YouTube, um, or what you want, because a lot of people do it just for fun. They just like family. They'll put
Well, I
family
mean,
videos up just for fun.
I am I am doing it for fun. I would like it to grow, and if it grows, great. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it doesn't. But the thing is that I'm always open to advice, and I'm always open to criticism. And I don't even think you're really criticizing me. What I think you're
No,
doing
I'm just trying to
is
help
you're
you.
just basically saying, hey, you really need to do this if you want to see a jump in your growth. You really need to do this if you want to see a jump in your subscribers. And it's up to you to implement that, whether you want to implement it fast and expedite it quickly, or if you want to incrementally bring it in slow.
Yeah.
And I look, dude, I totally understand what you're saying because I know for a fact that I'm stunting the growth on my channel, because I'm having too much fun making thumbnails that really don't have a whole lot to do with what I got going on. But the back to blue stuff I say is pretty decent. Like
Hmm.
obviously I have the one with Marika and the Ferrari. And there's one where it actually shows the engine, with
Yeah.
her and blonde meets a redhead. And those thumbnails do go with the content, but the video's not long enough. So it's like even if I do a thumbnail that works, I don't have enough watch time
Well,
on that video
some
to
of
make it worth
yeah,
it.
some of my favorite videos of you, and they're long enough too, are the ones where you're just sitting talking about, um, well, for example, like you did the Camaro time one. That's a good one right there. You what was it, 5 6 minutes long? And
Yeah, it
then
was
there,
14 reasons why
yeah,
I subscribed to Camaro
yeah.
Time.
So that's just if you, the most important thing is watch time. That's the most important thing. If you can get people to watch, let's say you put a 6 minute video up and you get somebody to watch the whole 6 minutes, then your watch time is 6 minutes, and YouTube will more likely push it out there. But if you have like I said, a 3 minute video and they only watch 1 minute, then it just sits there and
Well, I
budges.
mean, I think the worst thing I've done is definitely the shorter videos. The thumbnails on a lot of videos don't match,
Hmm.
and I do understand those things. And you are absolutely 100% right. My most viewed video is my diabetes video where
Yeah.
I'm literally self-conscious and at 236 pounds. I have over 600 views on that video. I have
You
another 400 views on why the Abarth is the best car ever, and that video is almost 15 minutes long.
you should do
So
some more of those diabetes videos. Make you a playlist. Have a playlist for like your artwork. Have a playlist for your artwork, and then put all your videos underneath that playlist. And then have a playlist for diabetes, things you should know or whatever. Put all your diabetes videos underneath that, and then do another playlist for your like your road trips, like you when you did your car club, you guys went everywhere, all those videos. Put those underneath that playlist. That way when somebody clicks on one, and let's say they do watch the whole 2 or 3 minutes or 4 minutes, the other one will start playing automatically after that one's done. So they might sit there and watch all of them.
no, that's actually one thing I've done right. I've actually categorized all my videos in a
Did you?
playlist. If you actually go to my channel and you look at the playlists are categorized and itemized. I
Are they?
haven't updated that itemized category yet of quite a few of them, but I will probably before Christmas get all that done. And obviously, what's called, the videos, I think, like you said, that are doing well, the ones that are anywhere from 5 to 14 minutes
Yep.
long, most people aren't even watching the video. What they're doing is they're working out and listening.
Oh, they are?
It's like they have like, no, I'm not joking. Like I'll watch the Salty Cracker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'll be doing work while I'm listening to Salty Cracker. I won't even watch what he's doing, and I'll still be laughing my ass off because he's hilarious. But I don't really need to see him doing anything. All I have to do is listen. And his streams are like 2 hours long, and
Yeah.
I absolutely love and adore his streams. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of this guy, and I mean, he's just amazing. But I always notice that most of the videos I'm listening to are for background noise. Like I'll be out detailing my both of my cars, and I'll be listening to you. I'll be actually listening to a Texas Beach Bomb video, not necessarily watching it, but listening to every word you're saying. And it's kind of weird because I mean, I guess people are like more intrigued by letting their imagination run wild. Like, remember back in the old days where you used to sit in front of a radio and hear somebody give you a story, and you had your hot cocoa and your milk and cookies or whatever. I know that's
Right.
kind of lame, but that's when actual people had to use their imagination, when you didn't have electronics, when you didn't have everything at your fingertips so easy. And even then, people are still morons to this day, even with all the power of the internet on a phone. I mean, you don't have no idea how many people ask me about advice about family, ask me about advice about their feelings, ask me about advice about cars. I'm like, dude, you can find all of this on the internet,
You
but it's
should
it's
you
easy.
should you should do more diabetes videos though. Because that like what's his name that was just in here? Jeff would would watch that to get your knowledge that he might need. Um because he was asking you, well, he said he needed help with diabetes, so
Yeah,
um
well, what I usually do with the diabetes videos is, I mean, I'll do an update on what I'm eating or what my blood sugar might be at the moment. And the
mhm.
thing is I've been doing so well with my blood sugar, I really haven't had to, update anything because I've been eating the same diet constantly. I'm not, and I don't get tired of it. I find ways to like, make the food different all the
Really?
time. My girlfriend's very clever with that. She knows how to work them spices up. When she comes down, she cooks me some of the most amazing meals. And the thing is that she's actually out there stumping for Donald Trump. Right now at the moment. Because she's a lawyer. She works as a lawyer. So it's like she's out there doing her thing, trying to make sure she stays here in this country. But like, nevertheless, what I do with the diabetes videos is I really refer, like Frankie will tell you, I referred him to Dennis Pollock or Dr. Sten Eckberg. And the reason why I refer them to those people as opposed to getting the knowledge from me is
Yeah.
because one, I'm not an expert. Two, I got all my knowledge from them in the first place. So it's better for them to get their knowledge from actual real doctors or people
Right.
who have actually been doing it for a long time. But I do totally 110% agree with you that diabetes update videos should be done more often. There should be at least one per week, and I have kind of been slacking on those, because I do have a lot of people that are actually subscribed to my channel for the diabetes stuff in the first place.
Right.
Because that's actually where a lot of people got to know me. They got to know me off of Dennis Pollock's channel and stuff like that. And I can't believe it. We actually went past 9 o'clock. I'm actually super happy
Yeah,
about
we got
that.
a probably another 5, 10 minutes. Um Frankie, wait a minute. Let me see here. Oh, what's up, Camaro time? I just seen you're in here. They're sitting here having a political discussion over here. Um, so Frankie says he actually started with mouse balls of ice, and I watched. Uh, where'd he go? Every time somebody chats here, it moves on up. Oh, let me get back to where it was. All right, I watch beat diabetes now, and I can't believe how much it changed, how much I changed in 9 weeks.
Well,
And
what
then
beat diabetes does for people like me and Frankie or anybody else who's suffering from this problem is, one, Dennis Pollock is actually basically the world's largest guinea pig. And what he does is he actually tests the food that you consume. And what he does is he'll eat that food, and then he'll do a blood sugar test at 1 hour or 2 hours, which is usually the time that food takes to digest in your system and be distributed amongst your body. So that's generally when the actual food turns into glucose and goes into the bloodstream as blood sugar. And that's why my diet is completely streamlined amongst meat and veggies and walnuts and pecans and everything, basically all low carb foods. Now obviously I lost so much weight, right, Billy? I lost so much weight that I actually had to add carbs back into my diet. So I was at a 150 pounds, and I actually had to add some carbs back in to maintain myself and not get too low in the weight. And that's the thing, you don't want to get too low in the carbs, in a way, because you don't want to have a hypo. You don't want to get hypoglycemic and then end up getting dizzy and possibly dropping dead. That's for one. Two, you also want to make sure that you monitor your blood sugar and what you eat. So if your blood sugar's under 120, you're good to go. 120 is basically the median, and then 140 is like the tops. That's like the highest you can go.
Yeah, you guys are all. A lot of you guys are like, whoa, I need to lose 20 pounds. Man, I need to gain about 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah, well, I mean, eating the carbs will definitely get you there. I mean, mostly it's DNA with you. I mean, I don't really see you gaining a whole lot of weight no matter what you eat.
Well, I weighed 192 pounds. What was it, 5 or 6 years ago? No, that was back in 2010. I weighed 192 pounds. That's a little bit too big on me. But I'm supposed to weigh like 150, 155, and I'm at 137 right now. So, look, my name's Juan tonight, but I drink these things. You can ask anybody that knows me all day long. I'll sit here tonight and probably drink four or five of them. Not kidding you. Just left and right. I hardly ever drink water, but I eat candy.
That's kind of bad, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of high fructose corn syrup in that.
Yeah.
And even though it's not making you gain weight, it's probably beating the hell out of your liver, like really bad, or your kidneys. It's like smashing your stuff on the inside. I mean,
Since 15
yeah,
years old, I've been doing that.
You should have a chaser of water with it to at least dilute it a little bit. Because, geez, man, that's hardcore.
I'd be on the hike and bike trail in Austin where all the people are jogging by. I'd be carrying a big gulp. Oh.
But you know what? I mean, like I said, most people, they could go years stuffing their face with carbs and never have a problem. And then there's people that, like me, for instance, who are Hispanic, and we're more prone to diabetes. There's a lot of people, in different ethnic groups, whether they're white, Hispanic, black, they're more prone to certain ailments, genetically than anything else. So it's like it depends on, what your ancestors used to live on. Like most white people, obviously, they're from Nordic areas, they're from the snow. They usually eat more meat than anything else. And, most Hispanic and black people are in tropical areas where there's an abundance of food and there's barely any winter. So we generally stuff up on carbs. So we're more prone to diabetes than, say any other ethnic group.
So Frankie says, I was 137 LOL. I was that in high school. You don't want to know what I weighed in high school. But I tell you what, I was one bad mofo back then, man. Nobody would mess with me. They thought I was just crazy. I had to go.
Wait.
I had to go to high school in one of the roughest high schools in Austin, Texas, called Reagan High School, and you pretty much had to fight. At the end of the day, I remember one time running on a school bus, and they grabbed me right off the school bus and right out in front of the school. So it was a rough school, man. But as skinny as I was, small as I was, man, I didn't give up. I'll tell you that.
No, I mean, if you're gonna get your ass beat, you know what? You might as well go down fighting.
Yep.
Go down scrapping, and you actually, believe it or not, get more respect even if you get your ass kicked. Because I mean, the thing is that it's not so much the fact that you get your ass kicked; it's the way you take it when you get your ass kicked.
Yep.
Because you're gonna get beat up, because the opposition is obviously physically stronger. But if you actually back down and you actually show that you're scared, kind of like with a dog. If you show a dog that you're scared of it, it's going to be more aggressive, it's going to attack you more likely. But
Yeah.
even if you're small and you show a person, hey, look, I'm willing to scrap, I'll go right for your balls. I don't
Well,
care, I'm that kind of person, I'll fight dirty to
my
win, I'll poke you
friends,
in your eyes.
my friends,
And that's the
Mouseball,
thing. Huh?
they were over 200 pounds, right? And I remember when these guys approached us one time, there's one on both sides of me, right? They're over 200 pounds, big old dudes, right? So these guys come up, start talking crap. So I start talking crap. I figured they'd have my back, right? As soon as I turned around to look, they were gone running. It just left me there with these guys all by myself. So the guy says, "What are you going to do with that stick, boy?" So I dropped it. I said nothing. So they picked me upside down, shook me like this, and then dropped me right on my head.
Jesus
But my
Christ.
buddies, man, they took off. They didn't even stay there to help me or anything like that. So I had a crazy time in high school. I had to run a lot, and then when I got caught, I had to fight a lot. And on the top of my head, that's what hurt the worst because that's where I was getting hit all the time on the top of my head.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
yeah.
Well, I have a pretty interesting story. I never really fought in high school, as you can see. I'm not the kind of person that's very combative with fists. I rather damage you with words. But in most cases, I had to get into situations where I had to get into fights. Well, my little brother, who isn't little, and he was actually a prize fighter. He actually sparred with Michael Moore. I was dating my first girlfriend, Crystal, who I actually had my first son with. I actually had a child with, my girlfriend, Crystal. And I actually have a picture of my kid, you know. And even though I'm not, with my son or, my ex girlfriend, Crystal, when we were dating, this one guy named Jesus, he wanted to date her so bad, and she wanted nothing to do with this guy. And when he saw that I was dating her, he got really jealous. So he wanted to fight me. So he was like puffing his chest out. He was like, "Come on over here. I'm gonna kick your ass." Da 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 da. Right? And then my brother would walk up beside me, and he'd be like, "We're on our way over." And then all of a sudden, I saw him walking off to the bus. Because it's like he didn't want to screw with my brother. My brother had a reputation for beating the crap out of people. So one night, I'm walking back from night school, and all of a sudden, this white ranger pulls up really quickly. So I'm like, "Oh crap, I'm gonna have to fight," because obviously, the white ranger, I recognized it was Jesus. He walked out, and he says, "Dude, I'm so sorry. Just don't have your brother touch me. Tell him to leave me alone." Da 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 da. You know, she's all yours. And I was like, "Bro, all right. Just be on your way." You know what I mean? But it's like you have to have that warrior's mentality, whether you're big or small, in order to what's called fight. Because if you don't have that killer instinct, if you don't have that mentality that you actually want to really hurt somebody, you'll never beat anybody in a fight, no matter how
Yeah.
big you are.
You
And
know,
that's what Mike Tyson was taught. Mike Tyson was a freaking supernatural animal. I mean, that dude was built like a tank, but he was actually very, very scared. He was a very scared human being. He didn't like getting into fights, but it was because of Customado and how he taught him the spirit of a warrior that he was actually able to get in there and go against much bigger opposition like Larry Holmes and Trevor Burbick and all these other guys that were like much bigger, had longer reach, were more athletic, and he knocked these guys out.
yeah,
And he was
I didn't.
scared. He tells you firsthand he was scared every time he
I
got in that ring.
I didn't want to fight, believe me, man, but I didn't have a choice. That school that I went to, it was one of the roughest schools in the entire town. What happened was you got Reagan and LBJ. Well, they started busing, they changed the boundaries of the schools, so they started busing a lot of the people that went to LBJ, which weren't very good people. Over where LBJ was a bad neighborhood. There was a lot of low income housing and everything over in that area. Well, a lot of them got bused to our school. And when that happened, you had your certain gangs start setting up there. And if you were white, they just didn't like you. And so I had long hair. I was like if you looked at me back in those days, you would think I was a rocker, a stoner. You know how
Yeah, well,
they
no,
used
I
to
saw
call
a
us
picture of you
freaks.
and I said, "Oh, this guy looks like he listens to, AC/DC and
Yeah,
Black Sabbath and,
yeah.
Def Leppard." I was like, I was like, Billy back in the days, he looked like he rocked out, man.
Oh yeah. Back in those days, I mean, I had real long hair, and a lot of the women would think my hair was more beautiful than yours. So I'm not kidding. It was long. It was nice. And so they looked at me as like a pansy boy or something like that with the long hair. And when we called them, we had the kickers, and then we had the Mexican crowd, and you had the blacks. And so at the last day of school every year, there would be two of them that would fight. It'd be the kickers against the freaks. I was classified as a freak. So that's what would happen at the last day of school. So much that they would have the sheriff's department actually monitor it at the school on the last day because it was guaranteed to happen. And so when that bell rang and you had to get on the bus, you had to run and pray to God you get on that bus before they get you.
Jesus Christ.
So I remember that one day, man. I got right up there. I seen the bus driver just about to turn the corner, and somebody grabbed a hold of my shirt, and ripped me right off the bus. It was crazy, man.
See, I can totally imagine Camaro time getting into a fight and instantly winning, you know? He would just polish the floor so good that the guy would slip, break his head on the concrete or
Yeah.
whatever, on the
Camaro Tom
floor.
says, still a freaky Billy. Oh, I'm just different, man. I'm just different. I should have been a rock star. Then I'd have lots of money.
Well, I
Lots of
think that's the
girls.
goal for just about anybody, I mean, again, like I said, getting the financial aspect of it has more to do for us, with just doing more stuff. I mean, honestly, I kind of like living on the edge of being broke because it always keeps you like your mind moving. It's like, what's tomorrow gonna be like? It's always you're always on the edge of drowning, and I mean, I think that's kind of how life really is when you get down to it. Is you're literally on the edge of drowning almost every day. Will you have enough money to make your rent? Will you have enough money to make your phone bill? Will you have enough money to make your light bill? And I mean, the thing is that all those kinds of things, they motivate you to get out there. And plus, they actually force you to do things that you might not really like dealing with certain people that are just complete, jackbags or scumbags. And you have to like literally be diplomatic with these people. You literally have to dance with the devil, you know. And I mean, it's like you do this to financially sustain yourself, which is crazy. And I think it's kind of why so many people try to go on YouTube and, they try to make YouTube a full time thing because it's like, why not monetize the craziness that you're going through in the first place? It makes perfect sense. But, YouTube is so overly saturated with content, it's really hard to break into it unless you broke into it early, like the PewDiePies and the Stefan Molyneux and all the people that started like right when it started. So what I've done is I've actually broadened my horizons. I've gotten on Rumble, which is a brand new video site. I got on Odyssey. I'm actually going to have a brand new channel called MAGA Mouse, which will be based on nothing but Donald Trump and political content. And I'm doing that exclusively for Odyssey. The first video is going to drop for Christmas. And then I'm also on Parlor, which is basically called Magabook. It's not even Facebook, it's called Magabook. And the reason why I'm still on Facebook is generally because I still have a lot of friends there. And I still kind of communicate with people for events and everything for car shows. So I kind of can't get rid of it. And plus, not to mention that, with all the craziness and all on it, crap posting, I just rather get banned off it, completely and just let it happen naturally than to just completely delete my account while I build up on Parlor and other, social media. Because, I mean, the thing is, like I said, if the zombie becomes president, well, a lot of things are going to change. And a lot of people, like, I don't know if you heard this, Billy, but they're actually keeping list on you and me.
Oh yeah.
AOC is keeping list on you, me, and anybody else, 75 million red-blooded Americans that voted for this man. So who knows
Let him
where this
come
is going
after
to go?
me.
I mean, what if they come and get you? What if they actually pull you out of your Texas home in handcuffs, Beto O'Rourke and all, taking your guns and everything else like that, and throw you in a re-education camp? I mean, the thing is that people might be like, that'll never happen, but it's it's really
Yeah.
not. I wouldn't put it past these people at this point. I mean, these people are insane.
You know,
So
the thing you mentioned about being broke and always being on the edge, that's me. I get a lot of comments. I get some people message me on Instagram or Facebook. How how did you buy a new Jeep, get a house, and all the things I see you do when you're unemployed? I said, I'm just stupid, man. I'm just not
well, I
good
mean,
with
again, you
money.
have savings.
Huh?
Your son is a pretty successful YouTuber, and I would assume that he does help you with at least half of that stuff. As far as the house and stuff like that, you did trade in your 1LE, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I
So,
was upside down on the 1LE, so it didn't. I mean, I didn't get any money to go towards the Jeep or anything like that. Moving here cost, well, getting this house, and my son did pay half the deposit, and stuff like that. But it's still the rental truck to get all the way down here, probably $6,000, $7,000. But
yeah,
I
but
just,
mainly it's your savings. Mainly it was your
yeah,
savings and you putting money away. Your son, obviously being a pretty, successful YouTuber, he supplements you somewhat, not all, obviously. And I
well,
mean,
he, believe it or not, money wise, he just pays his part of the rent is what he was doing. But he doesn't. He's never bought me any cameras or anything or that. Most of my camera equipment, most of my stuff comes from YouTube. That's where anytime I get paid from YouTube, then I could get a new camera or a new mic or whatever, whatever. So I always take the money that I make off YouTube, invest it back into the channel. So that's where a lot of the stuff that I get, even the mods on a Jeep, come from is YouTube. What I make on YouTube.
I mean, like I said, I think that when people ask, these questions, and I mean, the thing is that it's expected because you're literally putting your life out there for everyone to see.
Yeah.
And obviously people are going to question that because, people want transparency to some degree. The thing is that I think it's a little, rude in a way to kind of question those things of you at the moment without actually supporting you. Like if I were giving you money and I was wondering where my money was going, well then that'd be different because I have skin in the game. That's why you never have a question from me what's going on from you because I don't put nothing in yet. If I put something in and I was donating like $10 a month, $20 a month and stuff like that, and I didn't see the money going where it should back into the channel, well I would ask where's the money going? So that way I know for a fact that my money's going to something that's constructive and good for you and the channel.
Yeah.
And if you
Well,
were
it
just like,
goes.
oh, well, it goes to my expenses, then I would still donate. But if it's going to, stuff that is, frivolous and wasteful, well, I could be putting that money into myself.
Yeah.
And that's the
Everything
thing.
that people donate always goes back into the channel.
Oh, and I totally believe that,
Always.
a
Yeah.
hundred percent. But I think it's rude. Like I said, I really think it's rude. I think it's really uncharacteristic of a lot of people to question you if they don't have any skin in the game. If you have skin in the game, then you should definitely ask. I mean, it's only fair because you're actually putting your hard-earned money out there for the person, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I donate to the Salty Cracker, you know, generally I'm donating because I love his content and I really don't care what he does with the money because he's making me laugh and that's what I'm paying for. I'm paying for the fact that he's giving me an enjoyable night.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm paying you, then I'm paying you for your content. And as long as I'm, you know, secure in myself, knowing what I'm paying for, then I don't have no reason to question that. But if I'm actually, you know, donating to you to help you get by, then yeah, no, I'm probably going to want to know that the money is going to expenses, to pay the light bill, to do this, to do that, because
Yeah.
I'm supporting you out of the care for the channel and to keep you going and to keep you around. So that's the only way I see it being actually relatively warranted to ask you questions. But other than that, I don't find it very nice. You know,
Yeah, I get
I
those
think you're an honest
questions
dude.
a lot.
To be brutally honest with you, I think you're a pretty honest guy. You've always been honest about what you've done. You know, whether it's been working with your son and, you know, making the changes and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, I'll admit, I was really disappointed in the fact that, you know, your son convinced you to go away from the streams because I figured, okay, maybe the streams aren't really making your channel grow, but they are creating a community, even though it's small, of me,
Well,
you,
Mouseball,
Frankie, Steven, and all them.
I'm not completely going to go away from streaming because I've got a lot of money wrapped up in a streaming setup. So that would be stupid for me to do it. The reason why I slowed down on streaming is because, for one thing, it takes for me to now today I'm surprised. I put this together in about 3 hours. But for me to put a normal stream together, you're talking about a couple of days worth of work. Because, you know, I shoot, like you just seen, the intro was 5 minutes. Hell, a lot of people, that's a video. So I shoot different stuff on different days, and then I have to edit it, put it together with sound, music, everything like that. Then I have to key in stuff like this, new music.
No, I
And
totally
then,
understand that, but you know what? If you really don't want to like have that kind of workload, you know, I would just do a pop-up Texas Beach Bum hangout and just, you know, pop it up with absolutely no effort except for you just sitting behind the, you know, keyboard and talking. Yeah, no, we would totally be for that. I don't think there's anybody in chat who would really care whether the introduction's in there or this and that and all the extra garnish if they could just hang out with you. And the thing is, I think that, like, I mean, in my opinion, I think that building up the community just off pop-up streams would be a lot better. Maybe we get more viewers because, you know, what's called, you don't have to go through all that. You'd be more relaxed. You'd be more willing to, you know, open up and talk and stuff like that because you don't have all this weight on your shoulders.
well,
Like,
if I could get myself to do that, that would be good. But I can't even get myself to do that in videos. It's hard for me not to try to put in different stuff. See, I wanted the streams to be different, not just your ordinary stream. I want it to be kind of like a video, you know, with some talking going on and then something like the creator of the week going on, the trivia going on. Because when you do it that way, when people go to watch it, when they don't see it live, they will still watch it most of the time. So that was my goal. And of course, you know, with the car community and stuff like that, bringing in a creator of the week every time I do a live stream and promoting their channel, trying to help out, you know, just paying it forward like everybody does. And so it's really hard for me just to pop up and just do a
no,
stream.
because you're a production value guy. Every video
Yeah.
that you do has production value. And the thing is that I've noticed like the most successful streamers, they really don't put a lot of, it's really hilarious how it works. The less effort you put into something, the easier you go about it, the more it gets looked at, the more, you know, for some reason, I have no idea why low effort, you know, generally gets more attention. It's crazy because, you know, haven't you noticed how these cartoons that are poorly drawn are circulating all over the place, but
Yeah.
yet somebody who draws like a masterpiece gets rarely any attention. I mean, they'll put hours upon hours upon hours into something, and it's more of a labor of love for themselves than to appeal to the masses. And I think that's one thing that your son Frizzable has kind of captured in a bottle is he's captured that low attention span, lowest common denominator viewer that just wants, you know, popcorn in the brain.
Yeah.
Whereas with you, it's production value, it's setup, it's hey, I want to put the best quality content out there. And but in a perfect world where people actually care about substance, your videos should be you should be a million subscribers or more. In my opinion, your stuff is cinematic. It's well done. I mean, my friend Mikey Turbo, look at his videos. His videos are always cinematic. They're always well done. They're always well produced.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend has literally struggled to break 1,000 subs. He's like at 800, I guess, but it's taken him years to get up there.
Yeah.
You know, and he does the search terms. He's well known. All that stuff.
Yeah, but see, I can never just like you were talking about streaming. There's channels out there that's all they do is stream, like the Salty Cracker streams, right? So they could get away with doing stuff like that because that's all they do. They just stream, and he pops up a couple websites, talks about it, some news articles and stuff like that. Where I'm a little bit different. It's hard for me just to do that. It really is. Just like when I create a fishing video.
Does videos too, but again, he doesn't have the production value that you have. I mean, he does put effort into his videos. He does add clips. He does, sync stuff together. And what makes the Salty Cracker amazing is the exaggerated faces, the style, the ree, and the racisms and the lisp that he uses, and the fact that he was a lefty and that he knows how these people operate in a inward way, so he can mock them more effectively than say somebody who like us who doesn't hang around those people on a constant basis. Like he lives in California, so he's constantly around these trans people, gay people, all these bottom surgery people. And I mean, it's hilarious because he mocks them so effectively. He makes the arguments so effectively. His rants are incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude is really great at what he does because he's in his element.
Camaro time. He says, invite Mo Vlogs or Tall Guy to the stream. That would be that would get a lot of views. It really would, having either one of them on there.
It would have to be a combative stream. It would have to be.
Oh, it would be.
And that's kind of the thing. If you want the views, if you want to grow, one of the best ways to grow is drama, or to be an e-thought. To be a girl and show off your body. An OnlyFans, and that's what a lot of girls. I mean, even girls who are like not even like a 6 or a 7 or an 8. Jessica asked, "What would you rate me on a scale, of 1 through 10?" And I'm like, I don't even want to tell you what I rate you because I'm with you for you, not because of how you look. But most girls that are not even like, on a scale, like high on the scale. They've got so many thirsty guys wanting to just look at their bodies that they can make tons of money. They become instant millionaires.
Right.
It's insane.
Pimp Daddy needs to learn how to twerk.
Have you heard of that girl that did the, OK Boomer song? The one that, the OK Boomer song?
Mm-hmm.
That girl's super hot. So she became an instant, millionaire overnight with that OK Boomer crap and everything. The moment that she revealed that she had a boyfriend, her subs dropped like a rock.
Yeah, see, I'm not like a tall guy. Never will be a tall guy or a Street Speed 717 or any of those guys. In the fishing community, I watch a lot of fishing videos, right? And so when I watch them all, I sit there and look at each and every one of them. Most all of them are about the same. Most all of them. They're all doing the same thing. They're all talking with a pole, whatever. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have to be different. I have to be myself. And that's exactly what you see in the videos is exactly how I am in everything I do, whether it be working on a car, polishing a car, shooting videos, you name it. And
Well, I
so,
think that's where you had the disagreements with your son. You know, that's
yeah,
where you and your son converged, and you had problems with the, fishable channel,
yep,
and all the things that have been like kind of like diverging from that one point where you were like, hey, I'm gonna listen to my son and I'm gonna take his advice on how to grow my channel, which his advice is great. It really is. It does work, but it goes against everything you are as a core human being. I'm sorry to say it.
yeah.
It really does. You're not that person. You cannot grow your channel with that kind of audience. You just
No,
can't. And if you do that, which you will be successful, you will make money. You're gonna feel empty inside with every video you make. Yeah, that money
yep.
will be good, but you're gonna be unhappy.
Let me tell you something, Mouseball. That's exactly how he feels with his channel. He's got over 500, well, he had 560,000 subscribers, but since he's took off, he's ignored his channel and he's lost like 4,000 subscribers. But he does not like what he's doing, the way he has to do it. He doesn't like it. He wants to be able to do any game he wants, anything he wants to do. He tried to do it, and the last 3 videos he put up, he's only getting 10, 11,000 views per video. He usually gets 200 to 500,000 and sometimes a million views per video. But it's all in this one specific game, and he's tired of doing that. And you could tell he is. He was getting depressed and everything like that.
Well,
So I don't want to end up like that with my channel. I enjoy doing what I do, and I enjoy shooting the videos the way I shoot them. And I don't think I could ever just, every once in a while, you'll see me just, no cinematics, no drone, me just talking. And believe it or not, those videos do pretty damn good. It's kind of like, what the
yeah, well,
hell?
like I said, so the low effort videos, the videos where you're just talking like you mentioned with me, my best videos happen to be just me talking, or if I'm doing the road trip videos and they're like longer than 5 minutes, those videos do well. And I have noticed that those videos where they're longer than 5 minutes, they do really well. When I'm actually walking around and explaining the area and talking about the cars, those videos do well.
Yeah,
And as I get better in front of the camera and, get more accustomed to being on the camera, it's only going to improve. But again, like I've always like I like pointing out, I think that the true reason is for you going back to what you're doing is because you might as, if you're going to make the money, you might as well be working a full-time job on YouTube, just making content for one specific group of people that is going to get you paid, but it's not going to be content that's true to you. It's not going to be content that you feel is creative to your particular DNA. You're not going to like it. It's kind of like getting hired to be on a job, you know.
yeah.
I mean, you
You
might
see
as well have a
that?
normal job.
You see that whiteboard up there?
Yeah.
That's where I list videos I have to create up there. There's like 4 of them up there. The only problem, they've been sitting up there for a while because those videos, to create those type of videos, will take me 7 to 8 hours just to shoot the video. Just to shoot the video. Then it'll take me another probably 2 days to 3 days to edit the video. It's the same type of videos as the top fishing spots in Corpus Christi, Port Aransas area. The one that's at 22,000 views. But they're the same type of videos, just different things. Those videos are so hard to shoot. Really hard to shoot. That's why they're still sitting up there on the board.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's just the way you are. You want to have high production value. You want to be true to your art form. It's an art form to you. It's a labor of love. And if it's not a labor of love, it's not something you want to you're going to do correctly. Which honestly, that's kind of the way things are these days. The less effort, the lower the expectation, the higher the reward. It's kind of like what they say, Democrats fail upwards, right? You know,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris was literally blown out the water in the primaries, and what did she do? She became vice president. Joe Biden didn't go out and campaign, and now he's going to possibly be president. I mean, it's like society rewards you for being a f up, and
Uh,
it sucks, but it's the truth.
Frankie said that video when you called out Rodney Walker was a simple no frills but very good video. Yeah, it was. That's actually in the members section now. That was a good video. Um, and I was hoping I would get a response from. Well, I did. He contacted YouTube and tried to get it removed. Um, but yeah, the only problem with doing videos like that is I just don't want to portray to people that I just don't like drama. I really don't. So I can't imagine unless me and another fisherman YouTuber get into it on the jetties or something. There ever been any drama in my channel now? But you never know. Um,
Yeah, but the thing
but
is that most of the drama on YouTube is staged, dude. I
yeah,
mean, let's be honest. People really don't want that kind of conflict in real life. Like the kind of drama that really sells is the actual drama that really happens. And a lot of the drama that you see on YouTube, it's all staged bullcrap. Because the thing with drama is there's consequences to drama. Like when you crap post, you are running the risk of possibly being doxxed. You're running the risk of possibly having somebody visit your home. You're running the risk of possibly having. I mean, look at what happened today when that guy Kemp said that he was going to run the audits in Georgia. Literally one of the aides that was dating I guess one of the governor's kids or whatever got blown up in an accident, in a three-car accident, and that explosion was so big that it couldn't have possibly been from a car wreck. That had to be a bomb going off or a drone launching a missile, something, whatever. But it was huge. It was a massive explosion. But it's like no joke. I mean, when real life drama has real life consequences. And these days people are so insane, like so mentally insane, that if you say something that they don't like, they will go out of their way to ruin your life. They will dox you, they will terrorize you, and they'll get away with it. I mean, look at what Antifa's been doing for God knows how long. You know, destroying black-owned businesses, destroying people's lives left and right, doxing people. Actually, one of the ladies in the hearing, one of the Democrats, I forgot what her name is, Cynthia Johnson, was trying to dox one of the witnesses that Giuliani fielded up. So, I mean, it just goes to show, that if you get into that, you are, and it's for real. It has real consequences. Like, I actually had somebody call the police on my house while I was at work, and it was crazy. And my girlfriend told me that I could have been swatted, but basically the phone call that was made to my house was saying that a woman was saying to get my hands off her. And I told the cop, I'm like, I'm at work. How the hell am I got my hands on somebody when I'm at work? I literally walked across the street while you're knocking on my door saying police. So they walk into my house and they see nothing but cars and obviously this big Mouseball flag on the wall. And I'm like, do I honestly look like I'm a domestic abuser to you? I mean, for real. I said, go ahead, check everything. Check the security cameras. I got nothing to hide. Oh, can we check the shed? I'm like, here's the key. Check the shed. All you're going to do is find car parts in there and detail supplies. And they walked out and they apologized and everything else like that. And I'm like, man, you guys freaking Stasi up in here. Get out of my house. But like that's how the internet is. If you're not careful, if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, there's gonna be somebody that's crazy enough to have you swatted. They'll call the police on you. They'll have you swatted, and the SWAT team can run through your door, blow a hole in your brain, and that's it. That's the end of you, and it's over.
yep.
Nothing.
Well, thing about drama is I that's why I'm glad I'm in fishing now. There's not much drama in fishing yet. Um, I'm saying yet because there's been a couple little things that have happened that I've just pretty much let go and, and not said anything about or whatever. But
I just think
uh,
that's wisdom right there. Just let it go. Just forget about it. I mean,
yeah,
the only
because
drama that should be on your channel is trying to pull in a big one. That's about it.
yeah, I don't, I don't want drama on the channel. I mean, I had to take down a lot of videos. I would be over 1 million views on the channel already if I wouldn't have taken down the videos. Um, and they were some of my biggest videos as well. But that's not what this channel is about. So um, I've cleaned it all up. A lot of my stuff is privated in the members section that they can go watch, or new members that have never seen them before can go watch. I believe there's like 80 videos, 70 or 80 videos that are in there now. So that shows you how many videos I've taken off the channel. So it's
Well,
a
right
lot.
here in the comments, Camaro Time says that woman in Michigan calling everyone liars because they are not sworn in, but yet the woman is sworn in and lying about the people she is saying are liars. And then Frankie072 says it's so ridiculous. I don't know how Trump wasn't declared winner already, especially with the massive fraud we are seeing. And I totally agree with both of them. I mean, obviously the fraud is unbelievably and unimaginably massive. It's blatantly obvious, and I can tell you exactly how it happened because me and my girlfriend were together that night all the way up till 4 a.m. watching two streams, not just one. We were watching the Salty Cracker and the Hard Bastard. And what happened was when Florida was called, which Florida was done by 7:30. Our state was literally called for Trump by 7:30. But the thing is that the media didn't call us at 7:30. We knew it was us called at 7:30. The media didn't. The media waited 4 hours to call our state. And that was by the time, it got to 11, almost 12 at night. And then obviously when the Democrats figured out, oh crap, we didn't win Florida, we didn't get Texas, we got two states that were major key states to literally running the map. Because the whole point was that they were saying, oh, it's a red mirage. So when they didn't get Florida and they didn't get Texas, those were two key states. And then when they saw that in the 6 states, which again, for all those who are very familiar with the Sidney Powell, who I think is an absolute hero, and the Kraken, well, basically the Kraken is the six-armed monster that is basically representative of all 6 states that Trump won by a major amount of votes, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere when the counting stopped, then it became a problem and Joe Biden just up out of nowhere started leading. So as obvious as it was, anybody who says that nothing happened, there's no fraud, really you could show them as much evidence as possible, it doesn't make a difference. They are totally and 110% okay with what happened regardless.
So, Camaro Tom, I ain't seen no videos from you. What's up, man? I ain't seen one yet. Are you slacking off, Camaro Tom? I think he's slacking off. What do you think, Mouseball?
No, actually, believe it or not, I've seen like 3 videos from Camaro Time. As far as of late, not lately.
That's what I'm talking about. Not lately.
But yeah, but November's kill count was pretty good for Camaro Time. Camaro Time's been kicking ass.
It's now December.
But
He
as
needs to put 2, 3, 4 videos out a week.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I'm pretty sure Camaro Time has videos upcoming, obviously, but again, he's doing things that are far better than I am. Obviously, his videos are more than 1 minute, 2 minutes long.
You know what I want to see him? A video I want to see him do? I want to see him race himself. He does. There's 2 Camaro Times. I want to see that. I want to figure it out, Camaro Time. I want to see you racing both those Camaros side by side. Both of you in there.
There's actually an editing trick that you can do that.
Oh, I know.
What you can do is you can literally drive your car down an empty strip one at a time and then edit both of them going up against each other, which is really hilarious. It'd actually be a pretty funny video.
It would.
And then actually edit him in dropping the flag while he's driving both of his cars, which would be hilarious.
For Camaro time for Christmas, you could do a Christmas video. You could do Santa Claus. Camaro time Santa Claus. That'd be a cool video too.
Actually, I would love to see a Camaro time Santa Claus video. And I mean, that's probably one of the biggest reasons why I actually made 14 reasons why I subscribed to Camaro time, was because when I actually saw his 14 steps video, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I think it was 14 steps for, a particular, car detailing technique, or, something that he was doing with a car or whatever. I'm so sorry, Camaro time, if I forgot, but I watch your videos. But that was actually inspiration for my 14 reasons why I've subscribed to Camaro time. And I actually mentioned that in the comments that I was going to do a 14 reasons video. And it was hilarious because when I made that video, it was on the edge of doing 2 Thanksgiving dinners, one with Mama Mouse and one with my family. So I was actually between Thanksgiving dinners when I was actually filming that video. So, I was really crunching the time trying to get that out, for Thanksgiving, for Camaro time, like I promised. Because, I try my best to keep my word, even if, it means, going to the grave doing it. So
you know what? You know what we guys, because there's numerous YouTubers in here. You know what we should do this year? We should do, I just seen Carnation say it, best of 2020. Create a video from the beginning of 2020 to the end.
Repeat.
And, you use parts of your videos and then sit there and talk about it and stuff like that. Like a year in review video. Because I'm actually going to do one. I'm actually going to start working on it probably next week. This coming week. And it'll be my first year in review. Because this year I'm going to have a hard time doing a Christmas video. Now, I am going to Round Rock, Texas again. But I've already got a Round Rock Christmas video. I needed one down here. But they canceled everything. So, we have a record number of viewers in here. Sometimes I've seen 30 in here at a time. Then it drops down to like 20.
You know what I found funny though is that considering that you haven't been on stream for God knows how many months, and that your previous stream was, slightly small, right? We've had some people drop off early, and believe it or not, we have 15 people in stream, and we were supposed to be done like an hour ago.
Yeah, we were supposed to be done, but at 10 o'clock we got to end it because I got that furniture put together in there, but I got some other stuff. And so, my sister, she's been complaining the whole time that I didn't have a couch for her to sit. Now I have a dining room table, but she was complaining when we go fishing and I come home, I got to start uploading all the content to the computer so I can get it ready to edit. Well, the only place she has to go is at the dining room table or on a blow-up mattress in a spare room, right? So finally I got that. So when she comes down, she's got a place to sit. She can watch TV. There's a TV up there. Now she's like, well, you need some pictures on your wall. You need some pictures on your wall.
That's just a woman being a woman. My girlfriend's the same way too. She's like, the house has to be decorated. It has to have something on the wall. Actually, what's really hilarious is my girlfriend loves random parts being around the house. Like, I had my Corvette's bumper on the floor for God knows how long, and she's like, I actually like it sitting there on the floor than on the car. And I'm like, well, it's got to get back on the car sometime. So
I don't know what that was that came up.
Awesome!
That must be Frankie that's doing that. But Frankie's still going over to the Z Outlaw SS site. That's the only way he could be doing that. So
son of a biscuit eater.
Yep. You hear that, Mouseball?
Yeah. No, what's it called? It's great to have Carnation videos in here. Carnation videos usually doesn't make all the streams all the time. So when he does make one, it's actually very,
Blah,
very,
blah, blah.
important. And I'm kind of glad to see him. Obviously, Stephen Reynolds, Chris Lambert. Chris Lambert and Stephen Reynolds, they're like regulars. They're kind of like the two guys that are at the bar that always got a good joke and always, know what the best beer is. Those two guys are definitely mainstays. Camaro Time is obviously our, one of our premier YouTubers. I mean, every once in a while we'll see online car shows, but he's never really on with us often. So it's like, I mean, it's great to have the kind of turnout we're having, tonight, and I'm actually very, very pleased that you let this go on this long because.
Well,
I mean, I had so much to talk about, and I was like, man, an hour ain't enough.
You know that I could bring way more people on the stream at the same time. I could probably bring 4 to 6 on the stream at the same time.
Well, that would be great. I would love to have a round table, once a month.
Yeah, like once a month, that would be cool.
And you just pick a topic and you discuss that topic, and I mean, that's kind of the thing when your streams are not all over the place. Like one thing I noticed about the Salty Cracker, which he does so well, is that he spends a limited amount of time on a certain topic, right? And then he'll move on to the next topic. He'll talk about that topic for, an X amount of time. And then he'll move on to another topic, but he's still very much, unpredictable and, at the seat of your pants, but he still stays on point. And I mean, that's kind of the thing. People like things in order, even if they don't want to admit that they like order. They like things being streamlined. They like things being easy and intuitive. Like, hey, bing, bang, boom.
Right.
We're moving on to the next thing. If a subject drags on for way too long and you're not moving on, then that person's attention span goes away and they start to yawn and they're like, oh, stream's boring.
All right. We are going to end this stream, but I'm going to let Mouseball do a couple things before we end it. Appreciate it, Frankie, for becoming a member. Like I said, anytime you guys become a member, that money goes strictly for the channel, for fishing equipment, new cameras, which I just had to get. Well, you guys know I lost a couple cameras in the ocean, so I had to replace those. Because when you use as many cameras as I do shooting a video, when you lose one, you feel it. So to lose 2 cameras was not good. So I appreciate it. Anybody that joins the channel, super chats, donation, or even just coming in here saying hello, chatting, commenting on the videos and everything like that. So Mouseball, most of you guys know Mouseball is really good, artistic, does really nice designs, drawings, and stuff like that. So you got a website, Mouseball, they can go to?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Mouseball160T. You can find me on Odyssey at Mouseball. You can find me on YouTube at Mouseball160T. You can find me on Facebook at Jason Stance. And obviously, just to kind of show you guys a little bit of artwork, this is actually the artwork that's going on the hood of the car when I'm actually done painting it. Now, there's a little bend in it, but, basically this is the design. It's actually my girlfriend throwing Mouseball out of a Pokeball. Hold on, let me get this out of the... There we go. It's a little... the light's just kind of blinding it a little bit, but... Yeah, generally, my channel is generally based upon the diabetes updates. My channel is on automotive vlogs. My channel is, I do literally a little bit of everything. And I don't really have a whole lot of structure to my channel. I'm not trying to hit one specific audience. I'm just doing things because I love doing them. And if the channel grows, great. If it doesn't, one last thing, please look out for my good friend Turbo Tom's channel. He's going to be doing not only Fiat 500 content, which I'm going to be collaborating with him on, but also he's going to be doing motivational videos as well for success and wealth management. So those are going to be great videos. Also, one last thing. Please subscribe to Texas Beach Bum. Please donate to Texas Beach Bum. Please subscribe to Camaro Time, Carnation Videos, Camaro Mods channel. Please follow my good friends Chris Lambert, Frankie072, and Steven Reynolds. Steven Reynolds, man, I mean, dude, you're like one of my best commenters. You know, you're the greatest, dude. I mean, I don't know what to say, but you're always on point on my channel, and I really appreciate you commenting. And obviously, Trump 2020, let's hold the line. Let's make sure that we get Orange Man back into office. It ain't over yet, guys. And remember, stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy. And remember, guys, when you're subscribed to Mouseball, you might see a Texas Beach Bum stream. Take it easy, guys. Mouseball out.
Camaro Time. They sent me another one. Brand new. The one they sent me, it only charged one time. So they finally answered my emails and sent me a brand new one. I haven't even used it yet. So let's hope this one works. Let's hope I don't lose this. I plan on, when I was up in Granger, I was going to use it as on a green bobber they got for it and just use it in fresh water. But it was way too cold and raining. So hopefully I'll be able to use it like next weekend. So I don't want to lose this one. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys coming in here, commenting. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. And we will see you next stream. Probably won't be a stream next Saturday. It'll probably be the following Saturday. Let's see what he said. Need to use swivels with it? Yeah, I learned that. So I'm going to put a swivel on it to keep it from spinning like that. But appreciate you guys watching, and we will see you next video or next stream.
Oh, real quick. Real quick,
on.
sorry to not end this. Believe it or not, the Salty Cracker did mention me on his stream.
Did he really?
He actually mentioned me on his stream. On one of his restreams, he said my name. And then
That's cool.
on Levi's stream, he said my name again. So I was like, holy crap, the Salty Cracker actually said my name without me having to donate, which was really freaking great. I couldn't believe it. So I will actually be doing a special video for Odyssey on that. And I cannot wait, man, because, dude, I want to tell you guys how much this guy, like, has inspired me as far as, you know, politics go. And, I mean, he's awesome. I mean, the guy's fantastic. If you take the time to watch him, you'll get addicted to his content. He's so much fun. Love it.
All right, man.
Take it
Peace,
easy,
guys. We'll see you next stream.
See ya.